999 ASMR Tarot, Visual Textures. And today we're trying another tarot card. Ace of Swords this time. I took the liberty of drawing it out in advance. It doesn't look like much, but you know what? We're doing the best that we can. I never ever said that I was any good at sketch work. So without further ado, we are going to get painting. And like before, we did this, we like watercolor style. And so I have in here, I'm not putting an underpainting down like I tried before. Well, hello. Hello, Ramon. I really liked your show the other night with the with Jeff with Tarot Asked Backwards. But anyways, we're trying. You know, you mentioned I should do a tarot deck or tarot. Did I show you my? Yeah, with Jeff, that was fun. Did I show you the cards that I did design? I did do a design of cards. My answer cards. Where did I put them at? I thought I was trying to organize my show, but I'm even more disorganized than I was before. I had everything in a drawer, and then I'm moving everything out of a drawer. My answer cards, I can't find them. Oh, wait, I know where they're at. Medieval art. Yeah, you know, I am not very good at sketch work, but I am learning as I am earning here. And so I came up with, I did an answer deck. And these are cards that have some answers on it. And I'm still working on them. But you know, the other day when I drew this card, followed right by Justice. And so it has a bunch of answers on it. Take a spa day, stay positive, bonus, I don't know what that means. Make a wish. It's finished, start over. You are in for it. So it has a lot of interesting. Yeah, it is. And I'm actually, and I have some new cards I'm going to add to it. Like there was something that because I was watching this rabbi last night, and because I went to the beach yesterday, and you know, we all have our problems that we have to suffer through, or you know, and trying to suffer through. Yeah, and and so he was using the word spa as study, prayer, and action. But I think I'm going to make a card and call it study, prayer, agency, and meditation. And is things to do in order to try to right your energy. Yeah, you have made your own divination tools. Yeah, I really like that one video you did with the the mini tiles. Yeah. And let's see, what do we got here? We have I think as I did before, this hand that's coming out of the clouds, it really should be either purple or blue. And so I think I'm going to make it blue over here. The blue hand. Maybe a little darker blue on that side. But one of the things I haven't really heard too many people say, but in their theory of this universe and is thinking of it as a playground for an advanced civilization. There was that Star Trek episode. I don't remember the name of it, but there was this world where everything that they thought of it uh, came into existence. So with Captain Kirk, it was this guy Finnegan or something like that. Let's go and where he had but and then Dr. McCoy was seeing the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, and let's just pull this color out, pull it out like that, and Sulu, World War II fighter planes, and so forth and etc. And sometimes I was like thinking of that maybe our world is just, and why it sometimes is so brutal. Maybe it is um, an amusement park ride, and maybe there is a sense that of from an advanced, a super advanced civilization. What color should these clouds be? I think this sort of a grayish tone here. I'm just going to freehand these clouds. Clouds which represent divinity. I need another color here. I think I have a straight up gray. So I use maybe we'll do a couple different colors here. Some gold and this gray. Taking the just kind of taking the color right off the crayon here. And I'm kind of just adding this in here. I probably should have made Probably should have done the rest of the sky first, but oh well. You know what? This is all going to turn into a big disaster, so it doesn't really matter, does it? It's all for the fun of it. I need a different brush here. Hmm. It does matter. What does matter? I'm talking about, well, I guess that's my self-esteem talking, isn't it, Ramon? I'm 50 some years old and I still struggle with my self-esteem. But I no longer see myself as ugly. I used to see myself as ugly. But that I don't see that anymore. But I still do struggle with my self-esteem. Let's see. We'll try that other technique that they used because that didn't seem to work very well. We'll just take some of this color and we'll scrape it off onto here. And then there is water in the brush, and then we just lift the color up. Yeah, we're in constant change. Yeah, self-esteem problems. Maybe I'll fix the clouds later. It don't look anything like clouds. Doesn't look anything like clouds. Looks like some deformity. I just don't think I understand how to paint cartoon clouds. I think that's what it is. Come over here with this other color. Maybe. I have a black crayon. I did buy a black crayon. Yeah. Just put a little. It's amazing the kinds of things you can learn off a video, you know. I'm gonna come take this and lift the color off. And there we go. Let's just pause on that for now and let's go into the sky. I want to make. I think I want a lot of yellow in here. I think that's what I want. Where's my? Yeah, here. Let's just use this. Yeah. Constant change. You know, that whole playground angle, and you're looking at what was I thinking? I let's add in some red in here. Some red. Then you have that whole notion of the Matrix movie, which, you know, we didn't really think about simulation theory or even alternative universes prior to that movie, The Matrix. I don't remember, you know, I've read a lot of science fiction in my life, and prior to the Matrix, except with the exception of Star Trek, Star Trek was in these alternative parallel universes. We did have it. You know, I'm going to do a poetry night tomorrow night at 10:10. I have oh, I can read it. Yeah, I'm going to do a poetry night tomorrow night. And I'm not going to do paper mache this weekend. I decided that it's been too long since I last did poetry. I'm going to try and go into my use tarot prompted poetry, and then every time somebody asks for a reading, I'll just pull out my answer decks, because I know that when that's what my plans are. And so I have a something that I've been wanting to do, because like one of my favorite slam poets. I have a lot of favorite slam poets, but from the times when I used to participate in slam poetry, um, 10:10, 10:10 in the evening. That's my regularly for September. That's my regularly scheduled time. Probably in October, I'm gonna adjust those times down a little bit. Um, it all depends on you know, when you go into that your analytics and you look at the audience tab, and when the majority in your audience is on. Well, right now on Thursday and Friday night it was like 10 p.m. But I might adjust that down to yes sir, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. So it would be like really late for you, and so yeah, my analytics does it says it for, I'm assuming that it's Pacific Standard Time that sits on there. Yes. But I think on Sunday, I think I do believe that I need to start going to bed earlier, because ever since I had the COVID, the nature of my migraines has changed a bit. And where some of the symptoms I get are really bad ones, but they're not necessarily, am I getting nausea or eye light sensitivity or other things. I'm getting a lot of other things that are kind of hard to define, and they're kind of, well, they're, it just puts me down for a couple days with just fatigue and um, kind of feels like my veins are hurting. But I never had that symptom before I had COVID, which I had COVID like almost 2 years ago. But who wants to hear that stuff? Okay, we're pulling that red down into here. But as I was saying, that that's late. But I was saying, one of my favorite poets, Big Papa E, and I always wanted to do a poem like he did, so I'm going to give it a try, where you do a dramatic reading of a grocery store receipt. And so I will do that. I'll try that anyway. I haven't practiced. I'll practice it tomorrow, and that's one of the things that I'm gonna at least try, anyways. Oh, it's not bad actually. The texturing of this guy is not too bad. So we'll try this again. And I like that, you know. Well, you obviously don't get up for work at like super early, but maybe you're. Hmm. I almost like to have. I kind of like how this watercolorish stuff works. And I am also one of those shopaholic guys, and I really have to um, watch myself. I know this isn't exactly a color that would be in the sky of a sword card. Hmm. I don't know. I think I need to lift that color off. What was the procedures for doing that? Taking a brush, and then if you make a mistake, then you can lift the color right off the page. Let's see here. You can let this dry. You can let this dry somewhat, and then go back in and add more yellow into the sky, and then we can get well, let it dry. I can read a poem. I can read here. I'll read a non-dirty poem that I have in this book here. That was funny. I remember that. I've read this poem on here before. I don't think I've read this one on here before. Roy Street Coffee. The title was supposed to be clever. Mr. Happy's fly swatter explains the status quo. The sestina was going to utilize 6 words I lifted out of my favorite Big Papa E poem. The girl, she had a big nose. She was engrossed in a conversation with a kinky-haired guy at the bar. They were drinking red wine from fat, snooty glasses. Coke bottle lenses covered her eyes. Her smiles were magnified across the room. He said that there was no normal. She agreed. I was just standing there, eavesdropping while I waited for my coffee to finish its drip. I couldn't stand it any longer. I butted in like an orphaned art in an elevator. I said, I am the icon of normalcy in America. My name is Mr. Happy. I have a fly swatter. I love the sound maggots make when they swim through a tub of honey. I got a hot water bottle. I screwed the hose into a wet, dry vibrator. I found in the laundry room last Sunday. It worked great on Miss Honey's hole. She liked it more than her cat did, so I dug a shallow grave, buried the cat along with the cat food in the backyard, threw in the fly swatter for good measure and that empty tub of honey, and smoothed over the hole with ink that exploded into my hand from a worthless pin I purchased at a super Walmart megastore. And then there's this one here. I think I may have read this on here before, but monsters have blue eyes. Are you okay? He asked. I looked away, haunted, a meaningless count of numbers jumbled inside my head. If I entomb the memory under a litany of fractions, sometimes it dulls the pain. A pale sunshine shuddering the fragment into a moment. Music boiled and foamed. The trailer park reminds me. Faces contort like sun-stained mushrooms. Guilt crests my brow. I imagine callous hands and the crest of frost clambering between legs. Childlike, not knowing what to do, I collapsed. I spend hours kneeling on the floor, shuffling through scraps of paper. I uncovered a dozen books on how to breathe. I saw a blue bird. I saw a bird seated on a tree alone. He had blue eyes. 9/10, 7/4, 1/3, 1. There are ways I keep falling, I answered. I am not here. Well, that was from my book Found on Bathroom Walls. I just read a couple there while I was waiting for the paint to dry. And we will just continue on with my Ace of Swords. And that was for you, Ramon, if you're still there or just haven't fallen asleep. I need to get this thing open. There we go. So we're just going to add in some more of, let's lift some of that. The green fell over into the yellow. These aren't exactly watercolor paint. These are pigments from water-soluble pastels. Got a big bunch of fire coming out. And anyways, we're going to do the crown. The crown should be gold. We'll take this gold here. I'm just lifting the color off the palette, making this kind of a crown thing on the crown on the, I need some more gold. And just lift it off here. The other day I spent hours cleaning this palette. We might add some little yellow in there just to lighten it up or to darken it up. It needs to be darkened up. Well, I don't know. Maybe lightened up. Let's see, does that have a 3D effect? No. It's all very cartoonish, but that's okay. I am learning a new skill here right now. I'm going to use this sketchbook here for doing only tarot art. And for now, we're just going to go through some of the pip cards. And I think I have another yellow I might want to add to that and bring out some more. Yeah. Give me a lighter yellow. Yeah. Let's just take this one and we'll add to it. I think if we just add this in here, it's kind of a greenish yellow, and then go back in with that gold, and we're just going to layer these pigments together a little bit. And kind of just bring in a slight different color here. Oh well. Let's see. Well, it's got a bunch of red spots on it where the jewels are, a bunch of red jewels. And there's like five of these things around here. One there, one here, one there, one there, and one there. So we got these little red jewels. And then come into the green, just the green that exists here. He's kind of got into the yellow again. Come on, get over there. Yeah, probably in October, which is just coming up really fast. I will probably adjust my schedule, upload my live schedule to I don't know what this is. Some kind of a just like a green thing from the earth that's like a dragon. It's kind of what I'm thinking it is, but it's like a dragon's mane. Kind of flopping off into the wind here. Wanted to thank everybody who did like this video for liking it. And if anybody has pushed the subscribe button, I really appreciate that as well. We're all trying to grow here and do our best to become popular. Know that then again, I'm not really sure what this is either. I'll go into the book and take a read. We'll put a bunch of red berries on it. It's probably like holly, I think, is what this is supposed to be over there. Holly, I think. With the red berries on it. This video is definitely... Okay, thank you, Natalie. Thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you for coming into the chat. I'm giving it my best go here on painting this Ace of Swords here. Bring out some different... So you're 20. So you're 4'9" and 20. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it wasn't very long ago that everybody was short like that. I think my grandmother was only like 5 feet tall. So, OFC. What's OFC mean? There's all those this lingo that I have no idea what it is. I am gonna go into the book and just see what those things are. So, Ace of Swords. I'm gonna take a look at the Oh, so it means of course. Okay. I really don't know. I'm in it. I'm a shorthand idiot as far as let's see, what does it say up here? Ace of Swords represents an excellent idea. You already know the solution. The only thing taking action, sword moves through a crown representing you being in alignment with your highest self. Boldly move forward on your plans. It is the swift and clever execution of a plan. The card appears reflects your intellectual instincts and sharp mental acuity. Let's see if it said what it says about what's on the crown. Scariest card? No, you have the ability to choose. So traditionally, a figure with the sword being alert and willing to take the highest action. This is a true power stance. Okay, blah blah blah. What is this? And then the hand glows with radiance and divine inspiration. An olive branch hangs on the right. So this is an olive branch, and it's a symbol of and so what's this? It must be holly on this side. I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna think that's holly and that's the berries. So let's go back in here. It's got all these red berries on it. How many are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 6 is 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. So that's an olive branch, and it doesn't look like that. It looks more like a dragon mane. Okay. And then we go in. Maybe he's got a ring on his finger here with a big red stone. Yeah, that's what we got here. Now we're going to go do the landscape down here. Olive color. I don't exactly have olive green. And so we'll just do... I'm going to pull out the brown. Well, actually I do. That gold is kind of like an olive color. Nut brown, and then some of this color here. I'm going to put that color down on there. We got quite a bit of brown. We might mix in some red into that brown. I'm thinking about just being a little bit faster here and just taking brown, and we're just going to move it downtown like this. Coming on into there. Going in with the gold, which is kind of like that olivey color. It'll go in and then push that coloring around. I think that one clear back there might be better if it was a little bit more dark mixed with this brown. What is this range in here? And that's more of a lighter green. Some green hills there. Okay, let's see what happens then. Gonna move that color around a bit. That's not bad. I think I want to add some red to it. Kind of this rusty color. Red and brown. That. And Damon mashups, thank you. I'm giving it my best go because I'm not really, this kind of drawing kind of is not really my strong suit, but I'm really trying to improve some of my sketching skills, and that's and hello too, and so this fellow from a channel, Moon Scarab, had mentioned to me that I need to work on my own tarot deck, but first, great waters and mountains. I think my acrylic paintings, but see, that's just, this is right over here. I just I did this all this freehand, and so in trying to do a representation, and we'll just kind of come over here, and maybe we'll bring some blue into there, some blue in there, and I've been at this for almost 50 minutes. And so we're going to go back in and add a bit more, maybe work on the clouds just a bit more. Wait, do I have a silvery color? I do actually over here in here. Let's just add some of this into there. Watercolor pencils. I haven't started, I haven't really decided on a name for the Etsy store. I have a poll on my community post. I really want more people to weigh in. There's 4 options there. I know what my option would be. My option would be to call it WJL Creations. However, most of the people that weighed in have a different response altogether, and so but Random Guy Art probably would be good too. And then Care Bear Borrowed the Cards said, "Oh yeah, if you do Random Guy Art, then maybe you could have T-shirts that say Random Guy Art as well. That is providing I ever uh, hit that 4,000 hour mark and be able to do all those other things. I hit the watch time required doing that stuff. But I am working on, getting some content together as far as, like um, content as in um, some paintings and doing more paintings. I actually have a lot of paintings in boxes. Hmm. So that's kind of interesting. If we do a red hilt, and then okay, all right. Well, thank you for popping in for a minute. If you can go to the if you go to my community page, you can weigh in, and I think it's like the third post down is the poll on the poll on the what to call my Etsy store. Oh, so you already voted. You probably went for random guy art, right? No, I don't. It's okay. Most of the people went for that. But did you happen to see the pictures of my little dog there? You voted on the first day. Hmm. I went to the beach yesterday, and because I don't live very far from the beach, which is kind of nice. I can get to the beach in less than an hour of it driving wise, and and I didn't take any video of the beach this time, but I did do. I took some pictures of things that for maybe potential paintings to do. Where's that one that there is a lot of potential paintings I'm going to do from the beach, from the ocean. That was from where Pacific City, and a lot of big haystack rocks out there. If it was nicer weather, I would have, and I had more time, I would have crawled up to the top of the sand dune. I really wanted to do that, but it's just hard getting going and so forth, and because I don't exactly go by myself. I always take my mother with me, and and I take the dog as well. It's got all these different colors in here. Maybe we'll change the color of the sword altogether. Huh. Okay, so it's got like an undercoat on it now. Hmm. Well, that's where that red came from. It came right out of here. You can come in here and go get that violet and put that color down in here. I'm sort of repurposing my palette for um, watercolor colors. I don't have regular watercolors, but these are water soluble pigments made from the Neo Color 2 Crayon de Arch crayons. and they are wax pastels, water soluble wax pastels. Hmm. You know, it makes me kind of want to make this into like a Highlander like sword. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Come back into this color here, and all the stuff that I'm doing here is all things I would have loved to have done when I was young, when I was a kid. Into reading fantasy and playing Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. Hmm. So right here I am, an old man, reliving my childhood. I'm an old man reliving my childhood. That's what I am. Trying to do things that doing things that I didn't have the skills to do as a kid. There we go. We're making a more. Oh, what about these ones? These things are bright yellow. Hopefully I got enough yellow to so the contrast from everything else. And maybe I can add to these clouds somewhat. Different layers onto the clouds. Hmm. You know, this just kind of shows that you can, as an adult and an older adult, you can creatively go back in time to when you were younger and where you were to try to just, you know, resurrect that earlier self. Like, I'm not exactly doing that, but in a lot of ways I have, because my teenage self, spiritually, I was very new age, and I'm a lot more new age spiritually now, um, than I was like even 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I mean, granted, I really miss going going to mass in a church that has a pipe organ and a big, large choir, and that has the German mass, or that has the, you know, Latin um, the Salve Regina. I never liked the English version of the Salve Regina, and then none of the Catholic churches around my area have pipe organs, nor do they uh, use any Latin, except for maybe like a Latin in the mass. Let alone if I wanted to go to an Orthodox church. The nearest Orthodox church is like 75 miles away from where I live, and like, heck, if I'm gonna go, drive 75 miles. Damon Dim mashups, huh? Let's see. Maybe I'll come in with some of this other color. Bring in yeah, it's not exactly a cloud. This blue hand looks kind of Frankenstein. I wonder if let's take some of this silvery color and go back over the gray and add some gray back onto the hand. Maybe I can lighten it down a bit. Okay, more. Let's get that on camera so you get that. You might get some of those meridian responses off of this. I don't know. I really certainly like watching videos of people doing art myself. I especially Bob Ross videos. And I have actually found myself getting sucked into Dibley. Was it Dibley? Dibley? That she looks like she's like 30. And she has like the microphone that's shaped like an ear or something like that. She does live streams about right around this time of the day too. At night. And she makes those like mouth noises, the pop pop pop, the mouth noises, and other people who do those mouth noises now. Some of their harsh whispers are really rather annoying. I would have to say that myself. However, it took me quite a bit of time to actually even be able to watch one of those videos without like turning it off within like 5 seconds or so. But then it was on the Y-Files that talked about the ultimate autonomous meridian response coming from Bob Ross, and I thought, oh, yeah, I can do calm voices like that. And so that's, one has wondered what my ASMR-ish types of videos are. It's exactly that. But tonight we're just doing rambling talk, rambling. I'm rambling is what I'm doing. I'm rambling, which means I'm doing those things that when I was young, and the girls that were in my orbit would do that same kind of talking, and it would just really annoy me. I was thinking, do you have to talk? Can't we just walk in silence? But then again, hanging out with friends and walking with friends and enjoying each other's company is not exactly doing a YouTube video either, is it? Anyways, that's what I have. Ace of Swords. I'm going to, I mean, it's a little dirty looking down here. It looks a little dirty down here. And so if you are just joining in, and I do have a poll on my channel for, I am a future Etsy store where I could sell my art. And the poll has 4 choices for names. And we're going to, it's Tiny Tarot time. I'm going to draw a Tiny Tarot card. And then I'm also going to bring my answer cards out, which is becoming imbued with my energy. Tiny Tarot time. I need to see what energy the Tiny Tarot has for this moment here. What message does it have for us? Nothing wants to come out, but maybe this is the one that's coming out. Well, it's all about fighting. It's the 5 of Wands. 3 people just with their sticks just beating each other up. Well, I was fighting these cards to get them out of here, and that's definitely what it felt like, trying to draw those cards out of there. And so I got my... Stop touching the camera, Bill. Where did I put my... This is not... Maybe they're over here. Yeah, here they are. These are my answer cards. I have my this is the first Oracle deck that I did for myself about a year ago. Actually, it was a year ago in June. And I made that out of my losing lottery tickets because I'm a gambler. But these are my answer cards, and I made these on 9/9. So on 9/9, it says it's coming soon. Whatever, coming soon. The fight is coming soon, or what you're seeking is coming soon. That's what this says here. I will probably do another version of this and adding some more cards to it. Maybe handwriting that's easier to see. So if you have a question, you want to ask a question of the answer cards, see if it gives you an answer at all that you might be looking for. So will Friday be a fun day of work? Will Friday be a fun day of work? And that's what I'm going to ask the answer cards for you all. Is Friday going to be a fun day at work or school? Will Friday be a fun day at work or school? And let's see what the answer card says here. Well, it says don't be shy, so that doesn't exactly make sense, but maybe it does. If you're at school, there might be that person you're looking for, but you haven't had the courage to go say hi. Well, maybe you should not be shy and go say hi to that special person you are attracted to. And that goes for at work too. So at work, there may be such a person, because you don't want to be spending that time fighting with yourself about fighting with yourself about with your battling your self-esteem or whatever it is on for the reasons why you can't connect with that particular individual. And so don't be shy. Don't be shy. The answer is don't be shy. But let's see what else. It didn't quite answer the question. And then, if you're bold and you get over your shyness, you're going to have a fun day tomorrow. Let's see what this other card says. It says maybe tomorrow is going to be a fun day, but it's maybe. That's interesting. Are these two cards just stuck together? That's just like the second time I've drawn this for somebody and it came out maybe. Tomorrow will be fun. Maybe. You might be fun. But then again, your boss might ask you to start washing walls, which happened to me multiple times when I worked in food and beverage, when I worked as a barback, and when I worked as a bartender. I had to wash walls. With the bartending, washing walls happened when they said, "Oh crap, the health inspector is here. The health inspector is here." So you gotta clean. You got like a half an hour. We're gonna delay him as much as we can, but you gotta get your workstation sparkling clean, and so then you'd spend that next hour or whatever it was just frantically washing down your workstation, and usually it would be on, because I was a day shift bartender, it would be like in the morning or whatever, and you'd be you didn't have anything to do anyway, but you could be talking to that odd person that would be sitting in front of a slot machine playing Caveman Keno or playing Cleopatra Keno or playing Super 8 on a bar top slot machine. I would just rather be talking to that guy and hanging out with the guy while they're playing those games. But instead, you got to scrub everything down, and that's could happen on a Friday as well. Of course, my Fridays were always on Sunday, and so we never got health inspectors on Sundays. But anyways, that was maybe. Is tomorrow going to be a fun day? Let's try one more time. It's probably not going to be a fun day, because Fridays generally, if you are on a Monday through Friday work schedule, Fridays are generally not very fun work days. So step into it. Step into it. Step into that experience, that fight, that maybe, that don't be shy. Step into the experience of it, and maybe you're going to have a great time tomorrow at work or at school or whatever it is that you are dreading going to. Well, anyways, I'm going to do one other. We're going to do from this random word oracle and see what step into it means. I'm gonna tap it in. What does step into it mean? What are we stepping into? What does that mean? What does stepping into it mean? It's this one, isn't it? 18 and 35. Stepping into it. Step into sarcasm. Rebound. Adrift. Are you on a rebound? If you're on a rebound, step into it with sarcasm. But maybe you shouldn't do that. But you have intrigue. Step into it with intrigue, with desire, with rising desire. That's what the advice that this card is saying. You can step it up and fight, 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 fight with all those guys and their wands. And let's just see what the guidebook says of the Five of Wands. People worked up as in a skirmish, false fight, struggle for fortune, battle of life, gain. False fighting in with your sarcasm. Instead of sarcasm, you can try intriguing them, arousing desire, because now is not the time to rebound. Now is the time to undo that thing that you did that puts you in the dog house. That thing that is causing you to fight with your coworkers, with your lovers, with your family. It's time to undo that thing. Don't be odd, but just jump into it now. And think of this acorn, an acorn like a little seed. And in that little seed, which grows up to a mighty tree, the sentiment of positivity. Fight. Mars, god of Mars, Aries, the god of war. Step into it. Step into it. Into the intrigue. And let's do one more of this. I wonder what the next card says. Stay the course. Step into it, into the experience. Stay the course. Apply intrigue, not sarcasm. Don't be odd. And those rebounds can sometimes get you into trouble. Anyways, that probably didn't make any sense at all. And I sounded like a blathering idiot. Thank you. Thank you. And maybe I'm going to go one more tiny tarot card. One more. And see if what it has to say for you. Stepping into the experience. Don't be shy. It doesn't want to come out. It doesn't want to come out at all. King of Swords. And look, we were working on swords too. We worked on swords. And the last energy card we drew was the King of Swords. And look out for the butterflies. The butterflies, look, sitting on the sword of the King of Swords is surrounded by butterflies. And the king suffers no fools. The king suffers no fools. The king is in command. Can put an end to the fight. Put an end to the experience that's going to make your day miserable tomorrow. So be the king. Be in command. Be in command of your emotions. Be in command of your destiny. Don't be shy. And have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for pushing the like button. And if you push the sub button, thank you for that too. Thank you, Moon Scarab, for coming into the chat. Thank you, Deem Aden Mashups. Thank you, Nat Lee. And thank you, everybody else who is here with me right now. I'll come back tomorrow night, and I am going to do poetry. I know nobody likes poetry, but nevertheless, we're doing poetry tomorrow night at 10:10 Pacific time, Pacific Standard Time. Because I am on the Pacific Coast, because that's where I am at. And this is it for Random Guy Art Night 999 ASMR Tarot. And we did tarot. This was all tarot tonight. A tarot night. And so, with that, I'm going to end the stream and say lovey till tomorrow night. Bye-bye. And thank you for supporting me. Bye-bye.